How to teach a hand touch, a training tip from the DogSmith Estepona. Some of the many practical applications would be moving and repositioning a dog, teaching lots of new behaviours with your hand touch, engendering a positive emotional response to hands and being touched, distracting a dog that's nervous or fearful of certain situations. It's an incompatible behaviour to jumping up. If the dog's targeting that hand down low, they're not jumping. You can use it to teach a dog to go say hi. Simply ask the other person to present their hand as a target. Loose leash walking. If you present your hand down your left or right side and the dog targets the hand at your side, they're less likely to be forging ahead of you. It can be used to direct the head and body in specific directions, for example, during veterinary visits or at a grooming session, etc. A hand target has lots and lots of fantastic uses.
So what we're going to do is we're going to teach it in a step-by-step way. So I am going to ask my lovely trainer Janina here, what would the first step be in introducing a hand touch?
I would put a treat between my fingers, like this.
Awesome.
And then I would show my hand to my dog, really close to her nose. And when her nose touches my hand, or basically the treat, I would say yes and give it a treat to her.
Perfect. So could you demonstrate that for
Are
us?
you ready? Yes.
So what we're getting there is that treat's going down about a couple of inches from the dog's nose. And
Yes.
we're getting a conscious contact with that treat, which the trainer is marking with a yes, and then she's releasing the treat for the dog to eat.
Yes.
So getting a conscious touch of that hand. What else is happening is that the hand
Yes.
is being removed immediately after the dog has eaten the treat.
Step 2 is fading the treat. We need to get the treat out of the hand. So after 5 successful repetitions, you're going to present your hand again with no treat in the hand. The dog should consciously touch the hand. You're going to say yes, and then you feed a treat. Repeat 5 times.
Touch. The hand's going to come down
Yes.
about an inch or two in front of the dog's nose, so not too much distance.
Yes. Yes.
And it's a conscious nose touch to that hand.
Yes.
Now, if the dog didn't do this, simply reintroduce the treat between your
Yes.
fingers. Nice. You do 5 in a row. You got 5 out of 5.
Finished.
What we
Good
can
girl.
then do is present with the opposite hand. So we want the dog to get used to either going to the left hand or to the right hand. So we can now, if we're presenting the hand just to the left of the dog, we can now present the hand just to the right of the dog.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
If your dog is now fluent at the behaviour and successfully touching the hand, you can gradually increase the distance.
Okay, so we increase our criteria of our hand touch by initially presenting it right next to the dog's face and gradually increasing the distance from the dog's face. This is still a stationary touch to our hand. First of all, we're going to do a reasonably close up. That was close up. Our dog's been practicing a lot and we can now go a bit further. So did you see that increase there? Our dog's been practicing lots.
Yes.
And lots and lots and lots.
Yes.
And the dog is now starting to move. Our dog's had lots of practice. She can now do at least half a meter, and now she can do a meter. Our dog has had lots and lots and lots of practice, so now she can do 2 meters.
Yes.
She is not following the hand, she's moving towards a stationary hand.
Yes.
I'm making my trainer reach out a lot at my 2 meter mark, but the dog can turn and rapidly go towards that presented hand.
Yes.
And I want you to look at the way the hand is presented. It's clearly presented. And when she doesn't want the dog to follow the hand, her hands are coming back to her middle. Beautiful.
If you now have a strong, reliable, fluent, conscious contact of that nose to a stationary hand touch, you can begin to introduce following of the hand. You begin with the dog following the hand in a straight line for a very short distance. Gradually increase that distance as the dog is successful. You can then begin to introduce turns, for example, moving the dog left, right, etc. And now you can use that hand touch to move and reposition the dog.
What you might decide to do is go all the way back to a treat in the hand. I don't think that's necessary. We're going to see how Minnie gets on with following the hand. So I'd like to see, can your dog follow your hand for a distance of approximately 20 centimeters?
Ready? Yes.
Loads. That was way more than 20 centimeters. She can follow the
Yes.
hand. Nice.